Alright guys, it's time to look at COTI on the channel once again. Now the last time we looked at COTI guys was on the 26th of March. So we're talking about this candle right here. If I zoom in, you'll see this a little bit better. We did have quite a day that day. However, it looks like we hit this resistance line, which pretty much has held us down since about, we can say 20th or 21st of January here. And we've hit it along the way several times. We've just gotten rejected. And today we actually hit it again. And as you can see, it looks like we're getting a little bit of a pullback here. So the biggest thing I think for us would just be to really hold on to this 7.5 cent mark, at least today. Now we only have a few more hours here on this candle. So that's actually a good thing, guys. Now we are kind of breaking this trend, though. I am a little bit worried about that. We're trying to get back into this trend, which it looks like that was probably just a fake out, and we probably will move back above this trend line. Now, next thing we need to do is break this trend here to the top side and then work on the 9 cents level here. After that, you have about 10.5 cents and then about 11.5 cents on the way up, guys. So don't want to get too far ahead here, but let's take a quick look at the RSI. I want to see how much strength this may have in its pump. Now, daily time frame actually looks okay. It looks like it wants to work its way back up on the Stoke here. It's pointed pretty heavily to the upside on the RSI, so that looks okay. Weekly time frame looks like it's about to get overbought here on the Stoke. Pointed slightly to the upside with the RSI, so kind of a mixed bag here, but not too bad. Now the monthly time frame, it's way oversold, guys, and it's still pointed to the downside, but the monthly moves, very slow. So I do believe this will probably begin to start curving back up in the next month or two. And yeah, this RSI here is pointed slightly to the upside, and it's right in the middle, so that doesn't look too bad. So longer term time frames, not too bad. 4-hour time frame, getting in the overbought region here, going kind of flat here now on the RSI. So yeah, let's take a look at the 1 hour. Overbought again here on the Stoke, and kind of flat here on the RSI once again. Now 15-minute time frame, it's kind of flirting with being oversold, but pointed down on the RSI, and it is slightly down here on the Stoke. So lower term time frames, I would say don't look as good as the long term, so probably we will go sideways here for a bit, or even maybe pull back a little bit like you see it's doing right now. But overall, guys, I do think COTI will move to the upside, and it will make a strong move sooner or later. Now let's take a quick look at the MACD on several time frames here. On the 4-hourly, it's just starting to print some green candles, and it is quite low. I mean, it's pretty much at neutral territory. And you can see, guys, this can run up pretty high. I mean, up here at like 0.004 is the peak up here. So yeah, if we go back in history, I mean, this is the 4-hour time frame. So yeah, we can go back forever actually. Now here was, that was a big peak back here at 0.03. So you have this big one here. So it has plenty of room to run, I would say, on the 4-hour time frame. Now let's look on the daily time frame. Basically, you can see that there are some quite large peaks here. You have 0.07, and yeah, we are at 0.001. So yeah, up here you can see 0.8 basically on this peak. So yeah, that really has a long way to run on the daily time frame. Weekly time frame, again, very low. It's really in the negative. And yeah, if we look at that, the peaks are up here at about 0.09. So again, it has a long way to go, and I do believe it's about to stop its little bearish point, its bearish run here. You can see that it's starting to cross here on this line. The blue is about to cross the red, so that's good for us. That means the momentum is about to start going up here, and yeah, I think this is the last little tiny red candle before we start to see greens on a weekly time frame. Daily time frame, it is still printing greens, so that is good. It's actually a darker and a little bit larger green than the previous, light green here. So yeah, I mean, everything looks good really on the MACD, I would say, at least for the 4-hour, the 1-day, and the weekly. If we look at this on a monthly time frame, yeah, it's pretty bearish though on a monthly time frame. But I don't think this is going to really last for that long. Looking at the Bollinger Band, guys, you can see basically you did have this kind of squeeze here, and you can see that this big green candle shot up right after that. But we are quite wide here at the moment, so but you do see there is some momentum. It looks like it does want to come back in on itself a little bit. Now this top is kind of flat here, but this is starting to curve back up, so I'm wondering if there's going to be another little pinch soon, and you're going to see maybe another candle like this. I also want to take a look at the volume here, guys. So you can see basically we are sitting right here. I know it's very hard to see, but we are sitting about 8.2 cents. And once we get above about, let's just say 9.5 cents, guys, you can see that these are two very big volume nodes basically, and it starts to drop pretty rapidly after that. Now, once we get above about 15 cents, guys, it's probably going to go very quickly up. So yeah, keep that in mind. But yeah, you can see, you know, we are in the area of basically the 3 biggest nodes. But yeah, we probably need to get above about 15 cents, I would say. Now looking at the tokenomics of COTI, guys, you can see that basically there's a 2 billion max supply. Most of this is circulating, so that's actually pretty good. Now the all-time high was about 67 cents, guys, so you're still getting about an 88% discount, let's say. So that's actually not bad. Now Bitcoin, guys, despite all the volatility today, we are hanging on to a green candle, and it's actually looking pretty good in all honesty. But we are still working on breaking this 95-170 level. We have hit it again for the 6th straight day. And yeah, we need to really break this level. Now, Ethereum, this is the Ethereum chart, guys. Still basically in this wedge, and it's barely hanging on to the 1795 mark at the moment. Now, the total market cap, guys, it has hit 1.04 trillion again today, getting a little bit of a rejection. So basically we've hit this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days in a row. And the bad thing is it looks like it's kind of starting to round out, which kind of makes me worry and makes me think that it's going to come back and retest 969. I really hope not, guys. I really hope we just keep banging on this level here, but yeah, this does kind of worry me here that we are kind of rounding out. But overall, I would still say that the trend mostly looks up. If we do something like this, I think that's probably about as good as we can line it up. So yeah, we probably came down to retest this, you know, support, and got a bounce. So yeah, we are still trending up in my opinion, but this does a little bit worry me. Now, dominance, guys, it broke out to the upside. I was shocked to see this today when I looked. Now, if we keep in mind the breakout should take us to about 65.21. So keep that in mind. The technicals say that that's where it's going. Now it is getting a little bit of a pullback. It was up here at 64.8 basically today, sitting at 64.6 at the moment. So yeah, maybe this will be a fake out though. Now CME futures, it's at 95-190, still 2 days and 1 hour on this at the moment. Dollar index is getting a little bit of a pump today, and yeah, so now the liquidation heat map. On the 24-hour chart here, there's about 400 million that have been wrecked in that time frame, guys. So that's a bit more than, you know, yesterday when we last looked at this. So yeah, be careful, guys. Now, on the fear and greed index, guys, we have a 56. Yesterday it was a 60, so we are slightly cooling down, which is fine in my opinion. The altcoin season index, guys, I just refreshed this right before the video. It's a 16. So still quite low. The bull market peak indicators, guys, still, like, I sound like a broken record every time. It's 0 from 30. The Pi cycle top indicator, guys, in my opinion, there's a little point here where it just seems like it's starting to tick maybe back to the upside. Let me know what you see in your opinion, but yeah, these two lines need to cross. The green needs to come down and the orange needs to go up and meet, and then when they cross, guys, it's over. And I think this is probably the best indicator in my opinion from these 30 indicators. Some of these indicators are useless, guys. Like I would say, where is it? I think it's like the MicroStrategy average, Bitcoin cost. I mean, come on. Is that really an indicator? So, yeah, some of these I think are useless. But anyways, tomorrow we have continuing jobless claims. We do have initial jobless claims. We do have PMI for manufacturing tomorrow. We do have some ISM numbers. And we got Atlanta Fed GDP now, Q2. And this is the preliminary release, guys. So this could be pretty big tomorrow, actually. Now, according to Moodix today, guys, we did have several key pieces of macroeconomic news. And you can see that basically earlier today, the first piece of news was this ADP non-farm employment change. That was negative news. You can see it's 0.0825 negative. Then we had GDP, which was super negative, guys, 0.3025. That's horrible. Chicago PMI was just, a little bit negative. We really consider anything below 0.1 or above 0.1 to be major. So this is kind of small news, but we haven't seen many of those numbers lately, guys. And I know you're looking at all these numbers over here, and you're seeing 0.30 and 0.21. We didn't see these, before like maybe a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago, before all of this tariff stuff. So yeah, it's really a shock to me too. But lately there's been a lot of major news. Now, FedWatch tools, it went up a little bit for no cut. So I'm guessing that the economic data we got today really pushed this up. So doesn't look good. The next meeting is in less than 7 days. So I think it's next Wednesday, actually. So let's see what happens. But I think at this point, we can probably say we're not going to get a cut. Crypto bubbles, not really green today. A few coins are, but, most is in red today. But still, week, month, year, green. The last hour, also a little bit green. So that's good to see. Now, if you want to stake your COTI, guys, go to Coinondo. You only have one deal, though, so basically it looks like, you have to send it to Binance. And anyways, I don't know, like, for example, not every exchange is here. And keep that in mind, like, they don't have BitGet. Maybe BitGet has something, I don't know. I haven't, looked for COTI there. But yeah, right now, looks like only Binance. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this video with your friends. Check out some of the deals on the exchanges below, guys. And if you want to sign up, use my link, please. And yeah, if you want to become a member of the channel, right now it's only $2. I will put you in the Telegram. You will actually get these Moodix notifications when it happens, guys. The ones that really affect Bitcoin. I'm not going to put every notification, of course, there. Because it's not all relevant to Bitcoin, of course. And anyways, thanks a lot, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.